Hello Calculus and welcome to 8.2. Today we're going to work on volume and average value. Now this is the same things we've been doing, except now we're going to turn it into volume so it has more application. I hope you enjoy it, and let's get going. You should 8.2 notes out. Alright, when you're looking at 8.2, we're going to do volume. We're going to actually take a revolution of a part that you already know to get a volume, and average value of a function. This part right here is what you've already done. We've done integration to find the area under a curve to the x-axis. So that you know how to do. What we're doing now is we're taking that area over here and we're going to perform a revolution or spin it around the x-axis to get a solid. So now we can actually start to find volume instead of just straight area. Now when we go through here, this is our volume of a solid formula. We do the limit as x approaches 0, all right, and we go through as I equals n to 1. This is your summation. Pi r squared times your change in x. Well, that's pretty obvious, right? Because you know that the area of a circle is pi r squared. So since we know pi r squared, all we're doing now is taking our radius right here, which was what our area was all the way through, so we can get our volume of our solid. So let's practice one. The volume of solid revolution is bounded by y equals x plus 1. So we're doing a straight line. Can't get any easier than that, right? I know y equals 0, or the x-axis is what we're going to rotate around, so it's not moved or translated. I want to know that volume from x equals 1 to 4. So I'm rotating around the x-axis. I'm going to 1 to 4. I want to know the volume of this shape when I'm finished. All we do is we integrate from 1 to 4 because that is what we want to know the area of, or the volume of. We're doing our circle, which is pi r squared. Well, this time the r is represented by the line, the x plus 1 squared. We do our integration. So pi is just pi because it's a number. Integrate, so it's 3 over 3. Integration of the inside is just 1, so we're good. From 1 to 4, we plug in 4. We plug in 1. We subtract 2 when we get 39 pi. If you want to type out the pi, that would be fine, but you definitely do not have to. Okay, let's get moving. And now I would like you to try yours. All right. Here, we are going to go from -2 to 2, are the zeros of the function. That's what we want to do. We have a parabola that we are going to spin, so now we've got a really fun shape here. All right, now I need to know the zeros of this parabola, so where does this thing actually cross? So we set that equal to 0. So we've got x squared equals 4, and you take those square roots, you get x equals plus or minus 2. Whoops, hang on. Sorry about that jump, I have no idea. Still not wanting to go. Plus or minus 2. All right, so this is what we're going to integrate from, -2 to 2. Pi, because we're doing the area of our circle. This time 4 minus x squared represents our radius, dx. Now, I hope you did your integration right. So I pull the pi out just because I don't like working with it. And I go from -2 to 2. And I'm going to square that thing out. So when we square that out, we're going to get 16 minus 8x squared plus x to the 4th, all dx. Makes my integration a little easier. We're going to integrate both, or all 3 sections of that. So when you integrate all 3 sections, you're going to get 16x minus 8x cubed over 3 plus x to the 5th over 5, all from -2 to 2, and when I'm finished, I'm going to take all of that times pi. So the first thing is you should have plugged in your 2. Oh, that's a 5. That looks terrible. My pen quit working. I don't know if you can tell. Subtract. Now plug in the -2. Minus 8 times -2 cubed plus 2 to the 5th over negative 2. Okay, when you plug that all in, you should get your answer, which was actually given to you right here. Oh, for crying out loud. My computer and I are fighting today. So, you should have gotten the, well, all right, why is this doing this? Okay, hopefully it starts to be good. So your answer should have been 107.233. Right, next, we're going to go on to the average value of the function. So average value means you just divide by how many you have, right? So that means you're dividing by 1 over b minus a, which are where you're going from. So if I want to know the average height of this guy, okay, so average height is y bar, and b minus a is where we're going through. So this is equal to a to b of f of x d of x. Now, the stock is time. Stock is a function of time, is what we want to do. I want to find the average cost of the stock over the first 6 years. So how much did I pay for 6 years? So I'm going to go from 0 to 6, because I started at 0, went to 6. My average is the 6 minus 0, 1 divided by. Here is my stock right here. Okay, so now I'm going to go do my integration, 25t, negative 0.01t over the negative 0.01 for my e, from 6 to 0. You're going to plug in the 6 and the 0. When you get the 0, remember right here, this here whole thing becomes 1 for back here, because this here is what represents 0. Sorry about that jump. Type it into your calculator, and your answer was 20.147. All right, pause and try yours. Okay, and we'll see if this thing's going to like us. So we're doing average, and now that's 1 over the 4 minus 1. That's how we find our average. We're going to integrate. Okay, we have one problem to get left without this thing jumping. Let's see if it does it. We're going to integrate from, and of course not. Why would it? Hopefully this works. Integrate from, let's do my integral. I don't understand. Okay, let's see if we do better. The integral from 1 to 4, all right, of x. I think it just hates this problem. Okay, I gave up and just wrote down the problem, and we'll talk through it since it doesn't seem to like us. So we're going to integrate from 1 to 4 of x plus x and put it to the 1/2 power so we could integrate it better. So the integral of x is x squared over 2. Integral of x to the 1/2 is 2x to the 3/2 power over 3, all from 1 to 4. I distributed the 1/3 through here. And that got me x squared over 6 plus 2x to the 3/2 over 9. You did not have to do that. You can multiply by 1/3 when you were finished. All from 4 to 1. Plugged in the 4, subtracted the 1, and I got 4.05. I hope you did well. All right, do a great job. Continue on, and we have a review day after this here, and I think I forgot to put those numbers on the thing. So today's homework is the 460, and when you're done with that, it says review day on the thing for your review to go over these two sections. On 8.1, I would like you to do problems 13, 14, and 17. And on 8.2, I would like you to do problems 15 and 37. All right, have a great day. I hope you did well, and sorry for the bad recording.